and all of a sudden, I'm like, I think I was in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
We start swerving
in the car, and I'm like, oh shit! And then she's like, ah! And I like pull up to a stop, like boom.
Dude, don't do heroin.
Yeah.
We're good to go whenever you want.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the DimesCast. Hope everyone is having a great week. We are back at it again with one of the best in the game, Saint Lane. How are you, brother?
Wow, no one's ever called me. Oh, you got chairs?
Yeah, we got it all for you.
You got a live studio audience.
Yeah. Pipe down the back, please. I think I actually used that last week, so I shouldn't keep using that line.
I think you did.
Brother, it is so good to have you here, man. Driving all the way from the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
I did. It was a very long drive.
In peak hour traffic.
I hate it.
We had to, say a couple of prayers for you, but you got here literally in one piece.
Dude, I did, and there's not many people I drive to Brisbane for.
Yeah. So actually, can you actually tell us how you actually got here? Did you Uber it here, or did you have a mate that?
I have a friend who's an Uber driver. I'm like, dude, I'll give you $50 if you take me here and home. And he was like, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, sweet.
What a guy.
What a guy.
What a G. Shout out Phil.
Yeah.
Shout out
I wish Phil was here.
Yeah.
Phil is the reason this is happening right now.
Phil linked it up.
No, but I mean, we've been planning this for a couple of weeks, and thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule, bro, to be with us in the studio, man.
It's all good,
Thank
man.
you.
Did something happen in the background?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
God's playing around with stuff.
Oh, okay. He's always up to something at the back. So, bro, how have you actually been, man? What's been happening with you?
Oh, dude, I've had the most hectic fucking year of all time.
Yeah.
I was in, I toured South Korea, toured Australia. I was just going hard, putting out music. I was recording in LA.
Yeah.
I went to Vegas. I just been
All
hanging.
over the shop.
I'm just
And listen, that's just for music. Because you've got many other things that we just found out.
Yeah,
We'll get into that first. But, I mean, for music, man, it's been, a huge year for you, bro.
Yeah, dude. I've tomorrow I'm on a plane. It is my 53rd flight of the year.
What?
Yeah, it's literally a flight every 7 days for a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's got to be some sort of feat. Did you get? Is it were you with the one plane?
I got it was with 3 different airlines. It was with Delta, Virgin, and Korean Airlines.
Oh.
And I got an email from Virgin that said I was on the top 2 most frequent flyers in Australia.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Crap.
That's
that
awesome.
Virgin Land be treating you well,
Yeah.
They sure do.
They need to. They'll know you straight away. Oh, hey, how you
You're
going?
back again.
Yeah, I try to see how drunk I can get before they won't let me on the plane.
yeah. How far you can actually push the envelope. Hey?
And they've never told me, I've been shit-faced on planes. And never, because I have I look like this no matter what. I could have come here on acid and you wouldn't know.
Fantastic. I mean, are you?
Are you?
No.
Okay, sweet.
I just look like this all the time.
So yeah, I mean, we've only experienced the Virgin Lounge once or twice, and we experienced the free alcohol, the free feeds and stuff like that. But I would probably get too scared to drink too much before a flight. You know what I mean?
Tired.
Yeah, dude. I am convinced I'm gonna die on every flight.
You just need.
I just get hammered. I'm like, I'll just put up with this.
So how's your how do you feel when you go to LA? Because that's a long flight.
It's 14 hours or some shit. And dude, the first time I went to LA this year, I had a connection to New Orleans, so that it was Sydney, fucking Gold Coast, Sydney, LA, New Orleans, and New Orleans is 6-hour flight from LA. So I was on a plane for 25 hours.
Gee.
Oh my
And
God.
I'll tell you what, that was great.
Just knocking them back.
Dude, couldn't get enough of that fucking flight. Dude, I didn't know that the drinks were free on an international flight like that. Yeah. And I was like, man, I'm going to save my money. I'm going to be real conservative with this. And my friends are getting hammered. Yeah. And we're in different seats. I'm like, man, these fools are spending all their money. We're about to go have a great time. And then we land. I'm like, man, like, how much money did you spend on that flight? They're like, nothing. It's just, oh, you're an idiot. And I was just sitting there sober. It was like, oh, you guys are dicks. I was the dick.
Yeah, I think actually that you told us that, Adam, that when we went to New Zealand together.
Yeah, so we went to Christchurch through Air New Zealand earlier in the year, and you have to pay for alcohol. It's outrageous.
Yeah.
Yeah, cancel Air New Zealand.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah.
But the flights are so comfy. Though.
They are. It's great.
so
It was a great comfy flight. I like the seats. But wait, what was the other flight that it was the Qantas one? Hey.
No, we went to Auckland with Virgin.
Oh,
That
okay.
was all included because it's an international flight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A respectable
Shout out
company.
Virgin. Richard
Yeah.
Branson. What a G.
What a G. But yeah, man. So that sounds like a pretty insane experience, actually. Like you've been on a similar flight to over in Europe. Eh?
Yeah, I did 30 hours.
Yeah, fuck that.
It was
That's too-
fucked. It was
that's too
shit.
long.
I did a lot of stopovers and stuff, but it was. And then I came home to a festival to go to.
What festival?
Listen Out.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Listen,
it was-
that's sick.
It was. Oh, it was dope, but
Yeah.
not when you've just come off
Yeah,
flying for that long. it
fuck that, man.
was rough.
Man, every time I go to Listen Out, actually, anytime I go to any festival now, I hate going to a festival and not having an artist pass. I've turned into a piece of shit. I can't do GA anymore. Oh, man. Dude, I went to
feel you.
Splendor fucking GA for one day. I went for one day and I was like, nah, put some calls in. I got an artist pass.
Nice.
Because, you know, of course I did. And the difference in the experience between being a punter and being the artist
Oh yeah.
is like there's literally
time.
no gap in any other field. There's no gap that's so big.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Literally.
It's like the difference between fucking betting and being a horse.
You could literally.
perfect way to put
All
it
you
right
have to do, you wear the lanyard, and you're untouchable.
100%.
You do anything.
Anything you want.
at that
You're on
festival,
stage. Sweet.
Yeah.
That's fine. Like
Yeah.
you're ordering anything at the bar. That's all good.
Yeah.
I don't know what. Like you're doing anything. You're inviting people backstage. That's all
Were
good.
you with people in GA, like friends, obviously?
Nah.
No, you weren't. So you're by yourself?
Because all my friends were artists.
Oh,
yeah, of course,
I was about
yeah.
to say you would have had some nagglers behind you trying to come in through with you when you got the other class for sure.
Dude, I just fucking people. Which is not a thing you want to say when you're in an industry trying to sell things to people.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you're in the mix of people, especially at Splendor, it's so busy.
Big
so-
festival.
Also, what's Splendor?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, I can't do it.
Gee. Yeah. There's how many people go through that festival? Like thousands,
Like,
hundreds.
like
No.
I'm going to say 30,000 people.
Yeah. And in just that one spot.
Yeah.
It'll get too much.
I haven't been to Splendor yet.
Really?
No.
Oh, dude, get an artist pass.
yeah. But if you get GA,
Yeah.
Nah,
no
no,
way.
no,
Nah, it's not GA. It's not GA good.
Yeah.
So tell me, man, 52. Oh, wait, you got how many people?
42.
42. this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's some people there.
And then-
let me tell you, the backstage area, 42, just straight up 42 people.
Yeah.
Less
And that's
crowded.
it. Yeah.
Way
Walk
better.
around.
Way better. Yeah, that's a way better experience. So if anyone out there looking to experience Splendor at its finest,
Artist pass.
hit up
Yeah.
St. Lane.
Yeah, I'm the plug now.
So man, 53, 52 flights?
Yeah, 53.
53 flights.
And the year's not over yet.
And yeah,
And I still have 3 more flights this year.
so tell me, man, what have you been doing on those, like on the end of those flights? Is it just generally just been recording music,
I thought you
collabing?
meant like on the plane.
Oh, well, on the plane. Literally, what do you do? What's your process?
I just jack off in the flight, the whole flight.
Isn't that illegal? I'm sure that could be
Dude,
illegal.
it can't be illegal because they sell Penthouse at the magazine stand at the airport.
Oh, well,
So if anything, it's encouraged.
I think, I feel like the feds are like stitching people up. Hey? That's-
Like
Yeah.
selling the mag, go up there, get some money out of them when we find them.
yeah, exactly. Straight up.
Yeah, it's the circle of life, dude.
So yeah, on the end of those flights, man. So what are you doing? You're collabing with artists. You're playing a lot of shows, or is it
Yeah.
just a big combination of both?
So the first big route of flying I did was to LA. My label sent out the music that I'd made to a guy called Andrew Dawson, who did produce like Kanye West, Dark Twisted Fantasy with him.
Wow.
Did Jay-Z's like Reasonable Doubt and shit. Pull up, hey Adam, pull up Andrew Dawson on Google. This dude is outrageous. The discog on this man.
Yeah.
Really?
Through the roof. So they sent it to him, and I was expecting him to be like, go fuck yourself. And he ended up really liking my shit. So I was at his spot, and that's like his studio is where Kanye West records his shit. So like
T,
there was
Linkin Park. Oh my goodness, Tyler.
Wow.
yeah.
Holy.
That's a resume right there.
That's a millionaire.
Beyonce, Snoop Dogg.
Chameleon is the big one right there.
It is. It really is. Yeah, right and dirty.
Yeah.
That was a banger, eh?
Oh wait, it wasn't even though.
No, it wasn't.
What you on?
Yeah, man. Like he
Man.
did everyone.
But he
So,
did.
so you went to his studio.
I went to his studio and made a bunch of tracks. One of the songs I did, Sugary Sweet. I don't know if you've heard
yes, we listened
yeah.
to
that.
it.
Yeah, did the vocals at Dawson's place there.
Nice. So what's it like, man? Obviously, sitting in the presence of such a person that's produced for a lot of artists. How do you feel? Like, do you feel intimidated, or are you just you?
Oh, this has got to be me, I guess.
Yeah.
It is intimidating because I kind of at the start felt like I wasn't good enough to be in the room.
Yeah.
And then Dawson just said some really complimentary stuff to me that kind of made me believe in myself a bit more as an artist and wanted to take risks. And he's an artist who's really pushed Kanye West, who's like my favorite artist of all time.
Oh,
And just like sitting there with Dawson talking about Kanye, and then Dawson comparing my shit to Kanye shit, and like just drawing the comparisons and shit. And it really just motivated me to keep doing it. So then we left Dawson's after like a week or two, and then I linked up with Mike Malchikoff, who does like Hobo Johnson and King Princess, and he engineered the Kids See Ghost record, Kanye Kid Cudi.
Yep.
And then so we made a bunch of tracks with him that are all fucking crazy good.
yeah.
Look at that. That's your boy. And that's in Mike Malchikoff's studio, actually.
Nice.
And we made some crazy tracks. I got this one track that came out of that session that we ended up getting B-Wise and Lil Spacely on when I came back to Australia.
Wow.
Nice.
But that song's never going to come out. Damn. Because I'm a picky piece of shit. I'm real selective with my shit.
Oh man. So I can't imagine what it'd be like in LA. In
Yeah,
terms of just like meeting artists and linking up with different producers. Like, I can imagine that would have been such a big thrill for you, man.
It was sick. It was so sick, dude. This is what I'll say about LA. I shot a music video for a song called Compliment My Shirt. My record label thought I'd never shot a music video before. Little did they know. Your boy's out here acting. Like, I'm a world-class actor. And this is me on the set.
That's him.
Yeah, that is me on
Fresh.
set. So the label books 3 days for the shoot. And I'm like, bro, you're looking at one take, Timmy. Like,
Hey, what's up with these extra days?
yeah. I like go in there, smash take. The Anthony Sylvester, like best guy in the world. He's the director. He does like the Chanel trays, music videos, does like everything he does is dope. He's like, dude, you're fucking nailing it. I'm like, I know. Because I've done this so much. And then, but my label, again, didn't know that I had experience.
Yeah.
And so we nail it in the first day. And then I go back to the Airbnb. And the guy, I'm with my producer, Dan, and a guy called Pat from the label. And they're both like in their 30s, a bit older than me. They kind of just want to be a bit more mellow. I'm like, let's go fucking hard.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, hey, let's fucking, I've wrapped the video. We got to go. Like, we just got to go celebrate. Let's go hard. We're in LA. And then Dan's like, I'm going to a party at Mark Hamill's house. Luke Skywalker. I'm like, did he fucking
I'm coming. Yeah. Let's go.
I was like, I'll see you there then.
Wow.
What's the address? He's like, oh, I'm someone else's +1. You can't go. I was like, oh, cool. I guess I won't go to Luke Skywalker's house tonight. Fucking, sick. And then I'm like, Pat, what are you doing tonight? He's like, oh, Fisher's having some party at a club. Come through. It's going to be sick. And I was like, oh, cool. I'll come. And then he gets called. He's like, oh, fuck. Nah, dude, you can't come. And I was like, what? And he's like, no, it's at capacity. I got like a bunch of guest lists. They're out of guest lists, and the show's sold out. You just can't come. Sick. So then they both leave, and so I ended up having a bag of edibles and watched the documentary after porn ends, and I was so fucking high. And I was sitting there. I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm gonna die. Because I got like gummy bears.
Yeah.
And I just thought you could eat them like gummy bears, but it turns out there's like 100 milligrams in one. So I'm like, boom, 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 and like eating them like regular shit. And like, I knew they had weed in them, but I didn't know they had that much weed in them. And then I'm like, holy fuck, I'm fucked. Like I've fucking gone criminally insane. And I've walked out of into the street in Studio City. I'm like, dude, I'm craving sushi. It's so good because I don't need to talk to anyone.
Yeah.
I can just sit there and the train goes by. I just pick it up. End of transaction, bro. And so I walk out. I'm on the fucking main strip and I see just a big sign that says sushi.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, dude, that's fucking me. So I walk in and I like, for some reason, people get really confused when I walk into places and I don't notice it, like, because I dress like this.
Yeah.
And I don't notice it when I'm like sober.
Of course.
So when you're like high as fuck, you're like, oh, these people are fucking scary. And I walk into the sushi and there's no train. Sushi restaurant. Because they don't have sushi trains in America. And so I'm like, oh shit. And then I go to the lady, I'm like, and because no one can understand me in America as well. So I would say real slowly, I'm like, where is the train? And she's like, and like in like the most confused, because I pictured her just to be this full Japanese woman. She's like, do you mean like the train station? And I was like, oh shit. And then I realized, dude, did I invent sushi train? Like, is that my original idea that I just had? Like, has
That's when
everything?
you know you're real
yeah,
high.
I was like, real high. I was
Jesus.
like, I fucking invented sushi. I gotta get home and write this down. I'm gonna be a fucking billionaire. Like, sushi train. It's so like convincing myself. Dude, how the fuck has no one thought of this? And then I like run out, and I like there's like a Costco or Walgreens, like a supermarket. And no one told me this. In America, when shops are closed, they keep all the lights on because there's burglaries.
Yeah.
I was standing at the fucking door waiting for it to open for so long. Just like, dude, am I fucking invisible? Has discovering Sushi Train resulted in my life ending? I felt like I was Marty McFly when like the photos like faded. I was like, no, I fucked up the future by inventing Sushi Train. And like this lady just comes up to me, she's like, dude, it's fucking closed. And I was like, oh shit. Go into this what do you call it? A service station.
Yeah.
Gas station. Just grab everything I've never seen. Like any sweets or anything. I was like, I've never seen that. That's not in Australia. That's not in New Zealand. Grabbed so much shit that I never ate. I went home and I fell asleep.
Wait, and you didn't even eat it?
Didn't even eat it.
Did you wake up the next day and be like, that was one of the best journeys
what the
I've
fuck
ever had?
happened?
I woke up the next day and I was like, dude, fucking this sushi train's everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't invent that shit.
You started getting like real bummed out that you didn't invent it?
Yeah, I was like, man, I would have been so rich.
I need to eat some more gummy bears again.
Yeah, just reach for him.
Yeah.
Wait, so was that the last day of the shoot, or was that did you have one more day to go?
I had 2 more days of shooting to go, but we did the whole shoot in one day. So I just went shopping.
Wow, there you go. I mean, where do you shop? Where's the best place do you shop other than the convenience store with like all the other
You mean
stuff?
for food or for clothes?
I mean, clothes. What do you do on your day off in LA?
Go to Melrose. There's like all the thrift shops.
Yeah.
Fairfax is sick. Like Rip and Dip and like.
Where did you get the like? Is this from LA? Any of this stuff?
No, this is from Store and Vintage in Sydney.
Ah.
This is just from ASOS. This is women's.
Oh.
Fucking. This is a girl's throwover.
That's dope though.
Yeah,
That's hard.
Yeah, I'm trying to do like some Rick James shit.
And you obviously went to where's this? Is this
Oh, bro,
Disneyland?
this is me at the Crazy Horse. No. Yeah, I was stoned and drunk the whole time.
Is that the sushi train? No.
Dude, no. Actually, I'm gonna cough loud as fuck. I'm gonna be away from the mic. Bruh, I'm almost over the sickness. Go back to Adam. You're gonna see the crazy. I'll tell you the wildest shit. It's Melbourne Comedy Festival. All right. Yeah. All right. No.
One more.
One more right.
That one got me into a lot of trouble because it was at the strip club. My girlfriend's like, "What are you doing at the strip club?" But this one, bro, was the drunkest I ever been in my whole life.
Wow.
So I was in this car park, just drinking, and these two gay guys came up. They're like, "What are you guys doing?" I'm with like some friends. Like, "What are you guys doing?" I was like, "Man, these seem like good people. What's going on with you guys?" And they're like, "We're going to this club. My uncle owns this club." I'm like, "Oh yeah, let's check it out." Turns out it was the biggest gay club in America, and the dude was DJing with Angel Wings.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And
Amazing.
And I was getting champagne poured in my mouth by all sorts of people.
But hey, you've got to experience that. I feel.
No, you-
yeah.
I had the best
Yeah,
night
exactly.
of all time.
Yep. Yeah.
I reckon, like, yeah. There's no one that parties harder than
Literally, bro.
Bro, dude, I'll tell you some great things that will probably offend a bunch of fucking people, but
Oh, go for it, man.
who cares?
Yeah,
dude?
exactly.
Like, cancel me, man.
Well, try cancel him. Try.
Try.
I was at Blues Fest to see Nora Jones because
Oh,
I'm
yes.
out here like that. And I was walking out of the festival and I saw, my friend Baker Boy played during the day.
Oh, nice.
And so I was familiar at the stage that he played in. And we're walking out, and then there's a girl playing on the stage that Denzel, my friend, was playing at earlier. So I go, we'll just see this girl. We leave, and she's playing a song, and she says, before the next song, I would just like to acknowledge the LGBTQS community. And everyone in the crowd looked at each other like, what the fuck's the S?
Yeah.
It's this fucking S. So we just, went on with our lives. Next day, I'm hanging out with my girlfriend's brother, who's a gay man. We're hanging out with him and his boyfriend. We're having dinner. It was a great time. And I was like, you heard of these LGBTQS folk? And these two gay guys are like, fuck's the S? What's this S? So we looked it up. The S stands for straight. Why don't you just say everyone?
Yeah. What? Wait, she actually added that on the end herself. Like, is that actually a thing?
LGBTQS is
Yeah, it's literally
lesbian, bisexual. Like, it's everyone. It's
Everyone.
fucking, just say everyone. Right? You don't have to alphabetize the whole fucking of every person.
Literally, oh man, I don't understand.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, I told someone that story recently. They're like, you can't say that. I was like, why the fuck can't you say shit like that? People are just
offended.
waiting to get upset.
Yeah. Adam, do you want to chime in this one, man?
Everyone.
Yeah,
Everyone.
that's exactly right.
That is at Angus Stone's house from Angus and Julia Stone.
No way.
Yeah, dude, I was fucked up, bro. When
Dude, I'm putting together a common theme here.
I feel like we need to go for a drink together sometime. We need to go party sometime.
It's been a great year.
and all the drinks have been free. So, a few things happening here. First one, the shirt is fucking sick.
That's fire.
Jaded London. Second one, there's a painting behind me at Angus's house. My girlfriend did that painting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Shout out Angus. And so he had a party before Splendor.
Yeah.
It was some G shit. He left his own party to go play Splendor in a
Really?
fucking helicopter.
What?
Yeah.
That's some movie shit right there, right?
Wait. Did he already have one, or did Splendor send him a helicopter?
I don't know if he owns a helicopter.
I was gonna say.
That's like Maya brings his boy like, oh, yo, I'm about to go to Spain. You come
Yeah,
pick me up
can you
right
go
now.
get me?
Flies from Sydney to come get him or something.
He's got like a contact that's like Helicopter Tim. He's like, I gotta call this guy again. But the helicopter, I did see it in use because Hayden James was DJing the party at Angus's house, and he flew in a helicopter, and I was like, a bit much. Like he's already in town.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, come on, man.
And so I was at this party. That was the second party I went to that day. The first one was a party for Spotify. It was a little industry party. Fucking everyone was there. Like everyone that was playing was there. And dude, did I make a fucking fool of myself? And
Is this it?
that's at the Spotify party. So Kayet, I don't know if you know her.
Yes.
Yeah, so she was the live entertainment at the party. Her and Winston Surfshirt.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, so that's me sipping Negronis like a G, and look, the glitter shoes, dude. Are you kidding? And then yeah, me again, complete fool at Angus Stone's house. Man, that was some G.
Oh wait, are you doing like a little interview? Oh, this is the Nana Judy party.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Yeah.
There's Angus's place. So first party, Spotify in Byron. You know, it's free Negronis.
Oof.
Who organizes that? Who the fuck was like, yeah, we're gonna get a bunch of people here. Well, you know what everyone drinks? Negronis. Who the fuck drinks Negronis?
Nana Judy.
Yeah.
All the guys who at Nana Judy.
Oh my fucking god! So I'm there, getting my Negroni by force.
Wait, did you walk up the bar like, can I get anything else? I'm like, no.
Negroni only.
Yeah.
I was after one Negroni. I was like, I'm in for the long run now.
Yeah.
And it was like, it's a long day. I'm just gonna drink one thing.
Yeah.
Negronis. And why the fuck? Okay, so I'm there, and you're watching Kate and Rule. You know Rule,
Yeah.
the kid. He was so talented.
Really tall.
So tall.
Super tall.
Super fucking tall. He comes in. I'm like, and me and him have like heaps of mutual friends. So I'm like, what up, my man? Like, I'm friends with Lachlan, who's like one of his friends is my friend.
Ah.
And he's like, oh, dude, yeah, I know you. I've seen you on his Instagram, whatever. And I didn't know that this kid was really young.
Yeah.
So I was trying to like pressure him into drinking.
no.
The whole bar. And I was like, hey, I was like, bro, you trying to hit these Negronis?
He probably wouldn't have a clue what it is.
He's like, no, I'm good, dude. And I was like, do you want like a beer? I can see it. Like, he's like, no, I'm good. I'm like, oh, you want these spirits guys? Yeah, bro. And he's like, no. I'm like, oh, all right. And then I caught up with my sister the next day, and I was like, man, I met Rule yesterday. Man, that dude's straight edge. And he's like, he's a child. He's 16.
like 16. Yeah.
I was offering alcohol to a minor.
Yeah, you could have got arrested.
Yeah, and that fucking Tones and I chick was at that party.
Oh, wow.
And she's getting a Negroni as well. and I was like, and then my sister met Rule as well. And then
He looks super young, eh?
yeah,
Like,
he's a child.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that then.
yeah, of course. Yeah.
Because he's the same age as my sister, who's on the right there.
Oh, true.
And yeah, he looks older than her.
Yeah. I mean, one of our producers that actually is involved in 6 Degree Studio actually co-wrote, I don't know if he co-wrote or co-produced Days Confused with M-Phases.
Oh, dude, M-Phases is the best fucking dude.
he's the
Bruh,
man.
I'll tell you an M-Phases story.
Oh, please.
You say a thing, I got a story for it. I played this show in Sydney at the Vanguard. I don't know if you've been to this venue. It's in Newtown.
Okay.
M-Phases came to my show.
Wow.
So cool. Got to meet him. I couldn't believe it. He was like, dude, your set was amazing because it was.
Of course.
and he's like, yeah, dude, your set was fucking awesome. I loved it. And I was like, thank you so much. Like, I've been such a fan since you were doing fucking, producing for 360. I mean,
Yeah.
and then you did the production on Marshall Mathers LP
Yeah,
too,
of
and like,
course.
and then the stuff he's doing. I like gave him all the props in the world. So good, and he's such a nice guy. My girlfriend came to the show. She had been pre-drinking really fucking hard, and I'm in the crowd. There's a band on called Timmy Temple. I don't know if it's a band or a man.
Okay.
Nice guy either way. And M-Phase is in the crowd. We dab it or whatever. And I'm like, hey, Court, come meet M-Phases, one of my favorite producers of all time. Come say hi to this man. And Court is familiar with music. And there's a 360 song where he says, M-Phases, good gracious.
Oh, no.
And for some reason, my girlfriend thought it would be a great idea just to yell in M-Phases' face, M-Phases, good gracious. And the dude just walked away.
Oh.
He's all good now. Like, but I think he was kind of like, who the fuck is this? Dude, and believe you not, I've reminded my girlfriend of that every day. See?
Did your heart just sink?
Nah.
Okay.
I was like, this is going to be a great story.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I can use this content somewhere.
Yeah. It will. Like, I have a friend, Luke, who's a comedian, deliberately bombed at a show for it to be a joke, for a future story. He was at like, you know how Dwayne Johnson does a movie like every 30 minutes?
Yes.
Is it for one of these fucking Dwayne Johnson movies?
Yeah.
And he was booked to do stand up before before like the
premiere.
Before the premiere.
What? Oh, okay,
Apparently The Rock was there, and
oh my
and
goodness.
he was like, "It would be so funny if I just went out and fucking bombed." And so he went out, and I should call him to get the exact quote, but it was some shit like it was like purposely the worst joke. He's like, "The Rock, huh? More like the Pebble, am I right? What a little guy."
Oh no.
And like got no laughs. And now it's a fucking funny story.
Wait. So he, what?
gotta be
He's got a
footage of this
pair.
somewhere.
Literally, what a pair of balls he must have.
Yeah.
In front of The Rock, in front of the whole premiere,
Yeah.
like there would have been a lot of famous
Yeah.
people there as well.
Yeah, bombing
Wow.
deliberately. It's fucking genius. There's nothing I love more than people that suck on purpose.
I mean, so you were talking about comedy, and
Yes.
you recently, just when you came here, you actually were telling us that you were involved in like the Melbourne Comedy Festival.
Yes.
So actually, I mean, are you a comedian as well?
Oh man, I don't know if I'm good enough to be like I also do comedy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can perform stand up. I've got a friend, Isaac Butterfield. He's like a YouTuber.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's like the most subscribed like commentary channel in Australia. Like he's
sounds
got like
familiar.
a big beard.
Is he really tall?
Yeah, he's tall as
Oh,
fuck.
actually, he came into work the other day. He had a show recently in Brisbane, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Yeah. Actually, a lot of people were coming up and getting photos with him. Everyone was like, "Who is this guy?"
Yeah, right, he's like hell famous.
Yeah.
And I've been watching that evolution, like from when I've known him for like 2 years.
Mm.
And when we first met, he was like, "Who the fuck is this?" You know, it's just my homie and shit.
Yeah.
And then now it's gone from like we can go here and no one knows who he is. Now it's
Yeah.
like we can't go fucking anywhere without him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like some kids being like, "Isaac, we love you," shit.
Yeah.
So I opened for Isaac at Melbourne Comedy Festival. So he was one of the headliners at Melbourne Comedy Festival. He asked me to do 10 minutes before,
Nice.
and I went out there, fucking slayed.
So, dude, I've always like wanted to know, like, how do you prep? Like, what's so different between prepping for a show in front of singing your music, but to jokes? Is there a
Yeah.
big difference?
Dude, let me tell you this.
Spit it up.
So I don't get nervous before I play a music show for some
Nice.
reason. Just never get nervous. Like never have either. Because I've been like, you know what? It's maybe because I'm fucking mental. Because I'm like,
Great way to put it.
I kind of go like, I'm never gonna see these fucking people again.
Yeah.
It's a fucking simulation. And I'm like, I'll just go out and do whatever the fuck I want. And with Melbourne Comedy Festival, I thought it'd be funny to not write a set and walk out and just fucking freestyle stand-up comedy. And I fucking killed.
Really?
You
Yeah.
freestyled the whole thing.
I freestyled 10 minutes of stand-up. I got a video on my phone. I don't want to put it up
man.
because it's fucking offensive as shit. And that shit comes out, I'm going to get fucking cancelled, bro. Dude, I had a stand-up show in September in Brisbane at a place called Zaza Ta.
Oh yeah.
Now, you know Zaza Ta?
I've heard of it. I don't know where
It's
it is. though.
it's just outside the Valley. It just, you know how like you got the Valley and then you've got like car dealerships.
Yeah.
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 It's in
Just a little bit to the right, eh? It's just like you don't know what it is.
Yeah. You take like one turn, you're like, oh, why am I buying a fucking car? and it's in the small gap between the car dealerships and the Valley.
Yeah.
A place called Zaza Ta. They have a drink named after me on the menu. They got a St. Lane daiquiri.
Wow.
Yeah. So you'd think going into that, I'd be really respectful and nice to these people that clearly like my music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they heard that I did Melbourne Comedy Festival. They said, "We'd love to have you do stand-up."
Oh.
And I was like, "Yeah, dude, I'll do stand-up." Like, what we want you to do is an hour of stand-up. Too long. And, and an hour of DJing. I don't fucking DJ. But I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like,
Real.
dude, if the fucking Brisbane Broncos called me like, dude, come have a game, I'll be like, yeah, fuck. I was
Yeah, I got the boots on.
yeah.
I've been waiting for this call all my life.
It's like, dude, I haven't played in 10 years. I'll see what happens.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm sure I can just talk for an hour. And like, I had some funny shit to say, I guess.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I'll do an hour. And I'll do an hour of DJing. And I was like, just lazy as shit. So I just put together a Spotify playlist of it for an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Genius. And I'm like 20 minutes into my set. And I had the most appalling joke. Just so fucking offensive, dude. Like, if I said it here,
I feel like I want to hear it now.
I will like if I tell this joke, like it'll be the end of all of us.
Maybe let's come back to the joke like at the very, very end, and we might put it on like our extra bonus clips. You know, we'll see.
Dude, we're gonna have to upload this episode to Pornhub. If I tell this fucking joke, bro.
Hey, the reach on there is unreal.
It'll be View City, bro.
Yeah, maybe that's where we should put all our episodes.
So I tell this joke at Zazatar, a place again that has been nothing but nice to me, and I tell the appalling joke, and it gets no laughs because there's two problems. They booked it as Saint Lane doing stand up. It's actually the event was called Lane's World.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, like Wayne's World.
Yeah.
And it was like Lane's World, come see Saint Lane do stand up and DJing. Two things that if you know my music, you don't fucking know. Imagine if they did that for something like come see Kendrick Lamar dive into a swimming pool. Like who the fuck would go to that?
No, I think a lot of people go. A lot of people.
For the irony. And so I was like, oh fuck, man. So I tell this joke, and then my admin girl Cassie. Well, not my like. What a shitty thing for me to say. My manager.
Yeah.
Admin girl.
Admin girl.
The girl that does all the things.
Fucking hell, I'm such a dick, dude. Cassie, who I fucking love, my great manager, who does all my things. And I just called admin.
You're going to be cancelled after that one.
Yeah, cancel me, bro. She comes onto the stage and she's like, hey, so...
So
the people have complained at the bar and they want to cut your set, and they said if you don't start DJing right now, we're gonna call the whole thing off. And I was like, mind you, I was fucked up. So
there it is, the common theme.
So I was like, this is an attack on my free speech, and I was like, you know what, I want to DJ, but this is how I'm going to get them back. I DJ'd through Spotify, but logged out of premium. So I was hitting them with the ads. Every like 5 songs, bro. Like there'd be like a mad track. It'd be like the next 30 minutes are ad free, and like everyone was dancing and shit. Everyone's having the best time. Then everyone's like, "What the fuck is this?" And then the venue's like, "You can use our Spotify." And I was like, "Fuck you guys!" That's what you get for censoring my comedy. And like,
Oh, that's amazing.
dude.
Oh, no
And
way.
they don't have a drink named after me anymore.
They took it off.
Yeah, apparently.
That's it. Oh, no.
So they cancelled you.
I got cancelled.
How many people are there?
Oh, dude, like, there was probably 50 people watching me do stand-up. And then a lot of people left because they were so appalled by my stand-up.
Wow.
But then people, because it was, like, late, people kind of just came to have a drink and they heard music. So they were, and it was during Big Sound.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sweet.
So, yeah, there were people just in the area. So there was probably 100 people dancing to my music, and then it got abruptly ended.
But it's Spotify. That's one of the best things I've heard. Man.
That's so good.
That sabotage is best.
Yeah, bro.
To get him back and man, and like, but like back to your stand up like routine.
Yeah.
After that performance, have you had like a follow up? No, you haven't.
Yeah, so that was in September. That was the last time I did any stand up.
So is this like another lane that you could obviously you got another lane that you could sort of go down as well that you want to explore?
Oh no, I'm good.
Yeah, it's just a casual thing, man.
Yeah. I just like it.
Yeah, sweet.
I also sell vintage clothing. Like just flip vintage clothing. I have a vintage clothes store that sells shit all the time.
Dude.
Yeah.
What don't you do? What actually don't you do?
Dude, I'm suck at regular shit. Like,
What's regular shit?
dude, I'm really bad at driving. I can't clean my pool. Like I got this mad pool, and but it's outdoors, and leaves get in it.
Yeah.
I just can't accumulate these leaves. But hey, I could write a fucking sick song about it.
How good, man. How good.
You said you toured South Korea.
I did.
How was that?
Dude. Okay, few things. I don't know if you've if you go Saint Lane on Google and then click on news, there's a news article about my South Korea performance. Because
What?
I was playing at Ultra Korea and there was a secret headliner. The secret headliner was Rick Ross.
Wow.
Yeah. I got to meet him, it was cool.
No way.
Scroll
boss.
down a little bit. A little bit more.
One person dies?
Yeah, one person died. That was me. Big night in South Korea. Oh, bro, they took it down. Google's St. Lane Gold Coast Bulletin, I guess. So yeah, Mike. Yeah, all right. But then this page, like, shout out the Gold Coast Bulletin for monetizing their fucking website. But basically, there was a secret headliner, Rick Ross, who no one knew Rick Ross was playing at the festival.
Huge.
And I was on before Rick Ross, and I came out, and people were fucking. It's on my Instagram as well. There's a video. People were fucking. There's Rose. People were fucking screaming, dude. I walk out, I'm like, bruh, do I have fans in South Korea? How my streams don't look like this? What the fuck is? Do they have like another streaming service that I'm just like, like I'm killing it on? What the fuck? Dude, they thought I was Post Malone.
No.
And I walked out. And these fools, that was me. I was like, that's what I was wearing.
Oh my god.
These fools straight up were waiting for White Iverson to come on. And they were just like going fucking nuts. Like, and I was like, all right, guys, see ya. And they were like, what the fuck was that?
Wait. So did you obviously perform like your songs, and was everyone like,
Everyone's
this
waiting.
must be a new like?
Yeah.
New tracks off the new album.
They thought they were getting the new album, bro.
Oh wow!
Oh, wow.
That's so
Yeah, man. I hit him with the red leather pants that day.
Well, dude, how long into your set were you like, wait? Or was it afterwards they were like...
I was like halfway through. I could see the disappointment fill up and the crowd started dying a little bit.
Oh.
And they started realizing when I jumped into the crowd that this guy doesn't have an enormous amount of facial tattoos.
Yeah, they're like, wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
So, yeah.
And then obviously meeting Rick Ross, how was that experience?
Oh, so I'm such a fan.
Yeah, of course.
Such a fan.
Like, he's probably one of the legends of hip-hop in its entirety. So, like, Rick Ross... Like, how long did he perform for? Was it like for like half an hour or so?
He did like an hour.
How was his reaction when he went out there?
Yeah, it was fucking sick. People loved it. But
Yeah,
I imagine everyone went, oh.
Makes sense now.
I get it.
So, what was the experience, obviously playing for those type of major festivals, man?
Dude, it was sick.
Who else played on that lineup that you can remember?
Skrillex.
Oh, nice.
Duke Dumont.
Did you get to meet Skrillex?
Nah, he played on a different day.
Oh, okay.
Because I was in and out. They flew me there. They flew me back. Like, I was in South Korea for like 30 hours. But I saw a dude walk a dog on a Segway. So that's all that matters.
No way.
So every single time you think of South Korea, you just think of that. The Segway and the dog.
And dude, the McDonald's there is fire.
Really?
South Korea have the best McDonald's in the world.
Please explain.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
Dude, like, for some reason, you ever go to like a gourmet burger place?
Oh, yeah.
Like you go like, oh, okay, this is some G shit.
Like grilled? Would you say grilled?
Like more than grilled.
Oh.
So like a...
Bro, you got me on here when I'm sick. All right. No, like more, like if fucking grilled is like the little Zan to what I'm like.
Yeah.
I'm talking like a fucking J. Cole burger.
Oh. That sounds nice, actually. If J. Cole, what would J. Cole call his burger restaurant if he opened one? Something about Dreamville.
Cold press.
Ooh.
I don't fucking know.
But please continue. Mac is in South Korea.
Oh, bro, like the bun, succulent. There's like, it's all their buns are like brioche.
Yeah.
Like the way they fried the, you've had Korean fried chicken.
Oh yeah.
Dude, Korean fried chicken on a fucking brioche burger.
Oh.
And like they got like sriracha mayonnaise in there.
Oh, yeah.
Bruh, it was fucking like them McChickens there. Put our shit to shame.
True.
Yeah.
Man, that's not good.
I feel like that's New Zealand and KFC.
Oh, I was going to say, New Zealand KFC is 1,000 times better than Australia.
And Wicked Wings are like huge.
Yep.
And like,
Huge.
it's Australia's, when I came back to Australia, I was like, man, this is so oily compared to New Zealand. I don't get it. Australia, we're lacking.
Because they obviously care about their people less. New Zealand, they're trying to fuel All Blacks.
Yeah.
Which is fucking huge.
We need to get you big to win the World Cup. And it didn't work. Didn't work this year, guys.
Yeah, I met Sonny Bill Williams the other day.
Yeah, I actually saw that.
And, bruh, that was the only time I've ever been starstruck in my life.
Really?
Bruh, me and Sonny Bill Williams, are you fucking kidding?
So how did this come about?
Dude, so fucking random. I went to... Okay, so it was my sister's year 10 formal, I think. It was an event.
Yeah.
There were kids in my house. Fuck, Drake. So my mum was like, can you go get a bowl because kids' parents are coming to this house and I don't have champagne coolers. I'm like, so? and she's like, no, I need to go get, you need to get champagne coolers. I'm like, no one is asking for these fucking shit. I'm going to buy this fucking huge bowl and look like a damn fool. and so I'm walking with I get the bowl. It's huge. I'm walking out and then out of JD Sports, I just see it's like the world stopped. Like, boom. And I was like, yo, is that 2-time NRL championship winning, 2-time World Cup winning, 3-time Super Rugby winning, Auckland Blues representative, New Zealand heavyweight champion boxing, fucking greatest New Zealand athlete of all time? Surely it's not. Surely it's not. And I'm like, it's just like, vroom. It fucking is. Holy shit. All right, dude. Fuck. And like, dude, I've seen fucking everyone.
Yeah.
And haven't cared less. I've been like, dude, it's so nice to meet you. Bro, I was like, I nearly started crying. My eyes like started fucking watering. I was like, dude, that's fucking... Because I've been like such a fan since he was at the Bulldogs, dude.
Yeah.
So I followed this dude's whole career.
Oh,
yeah.
He's my favorite athlete for my whole life. I'm like, yo, Sonny. He's like, oh, hey, bro. And I was like, dude, congrats on the World Cup. Yeah, I know it just wasn't your year, but you know you still got 2 more in the back. He's like, oh, thank you, my bro. I was like, and dude, just like all your shit with the Auckland Blues, like you know I'm from Auckland, so like we love you in Auckland. And he's like, oh, thank you so much, bro. What's with the bowl?
Mom, what have you done to me?
And I was like, oh, it's and like I'm so fucked. I'm like shaking, and I'm like, oh, it's for my sister, and he's like, oh, no, nice brother, bro. And then I was like, oh, thanks, Sonny. And then he's like, oh, I gotta go, bro. And I was like, all right, bro. And then he like tried to give me like a handshake hug, but I couldn't even lift my fucking hands. And this man like is just standing there. He's like ready to do it. I'm like, and then I give him like the limpest hand, and then he like hugs me like this, and I'm like, oh shit, we're doing this, okay. And then he was off into the, and it was like he fucking disappeared.
Just vapid into the thin air.
And then I was like, dude, fuck, it's Sonny. And then I took the worst fucking photo of me and him ever. Like,
But I think it's an alright photo. Can you bring that back up?
bro, I look like a dick.
Actually, you look a bit like shocked. Like,
Dude, I was straight shocked, bro.
look at Sonny. He's just having a great time.
Bro, he was happy to be there.
He's sort of like, yeah. What was that? That was on the Gold Coast.
Yeah, that was on Gold Coast.
Because he's been training.
He's
boxing.
He's been down at Casuarina Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a shout out to Sonny Bill Williams. Bro.
What a guy! What a guy!
Yeah.
Let's take a bit of a detour here, man.
Let's do it.
So obviously throughout your musical career, I actually I don't know if you remember this, but I actually saw you perform as Lane Harry back in the day on the Gold Coast. It was for like a charity event called Pig Day Out.
Oh,
Do you remember Pig Day Out?
dude, let me tell you about Pig Day Out.
Oh, let's go. I remember you singing there because I think some of my mates were performing there as well.
Dude, I was the fucking like main act at that thing, and
Yeah.
and they put me on last, and it was me, Jeswa, and Ike Campbell,
That's right. Just
Right.
as well.
and my friend Tommy Sheehan was playing. We drove up in his car, and Tommy and Ike were like, "Hey Lane, we're gonna drink. Are you cool to drive?" And I was like, "Of course." And then completely forgot about that promise. And I ended up having, and again, people, please forgive me. I ended up like getting drunk, like I was drunk. And then we were leaving and play the show. The show was it good? I remember it being trash.
No, it was good. I remember back in the day, that's when like sort of trap, the genre in terms of like EDM music was like big. So I was like, yeah, I'm loving the bass.
Yeah.
I was enjoying it, man. I was vibing. It was good.
Sick. Well, it was finishing, and Ike was like, "So, dude, you sweet to drive?" And I was like, "Oh, fuck." Yep.
No.
And dude, this is the only time I drove was coming home from Pig Day Out.
Crazy.
And I'm driving on the M1, and all you hear is like, do, 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 do. I'm driving the center fucking, and Ike's like, and Tommy's passed out. It's Tommy's car. Tommy's passed out in the backseat, and Ike's like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "Oh, bro, just like getting used to new car." Like I just never driven the Subaru Forester before. So it's a whole other beast.
It's touchy.
Yeah. And by some Christmas miracle, we got there fine. And I never did it again, ladies and gentlemen.
See?
And I think if there's ever a time to do something like that, it is when you're 18.
Yes.
Because you're legally drinking, but you're illegally driving. But if you're drinking and driving, be 18.
I don't know. I think that's good advice.
Get out of the way early.
Yeah.
Because drink driving's fine. It's just the underage drinking that's.
Yeah. Whoa. So I was going to ask, when did that relationship between you and Ike Taylor? No, not Ike Taylor.
Ike Turner. Ike Campbell. Ike Turner.
Ike Turner. No. We're not talking about Ike Turner. Oh my goodness. I was like, yes. Ike Campbell. So when did that relationship sort of form back in the day?
Oh, dude. So I used to be in a band because I play instruments, and we started a distribution deal with Interscope when I was 15 years old.
Whoa.
Yeah, out here, and got the bag very young.
Secured it before that was even a thing.
And we also didn't get paid anything for that deal.
Damn.
We were a bunch of children. And, so we put out 2 albums through Interscope, which is fucking mental. Like, when looking back.
At age 15.
Age 15 and 17 put out albums through Interscope with the band called Clashing Colours.
Oh, yeah. I've heard
Yeah,
of
we were
it.
like on the radio and shit. Yeah.
Were you the singer?
No, I was a bass player.
Oh.
And I wrote the songs.
Ah.
And then I got kicked out of the band for my first year of uni when I was 18. I got a call. I was watching State of Origin with Jai Arrow, who now plays State of Origin.
Yeah.
We're watching State of Origin, and then Luke, the drummer, calls me up. Saw him last night. He works at Event Cinemas. Shout out him.
Oh, wow.
He called me. He's like, "Hey, dude, we want to take this band to the next level." I'm like, "My man." Oh, we're going to do it big.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, we're going to," because we weren't touring. We're playing just the shows in Queensland. He's like, "We want to get on a tour circuit. We want to get a booking agent." I'm like, I've been saying this.
Yeah.
Finally, everyone's on my page. He's like, "Yeah." So we think Niall, who's this dude that we went to uni with, is the guy that's going to take us there. I was like, "Dude, I guess we'll have 2 bassists."
Yeah, that's weird, but yeah, let's go.
Sure.
Yeah, he can play the octave higher.
It'll just be fucking 2 dudes playing the fucking bass. And then I got kicked out of the band. And
Just like that. Was there any reason?
because this guy was better at playing bass than me. And so they kicked me out of the band. They forgot that I wrote the songs. So the band stopped working because none of the fucking dudes wrote the song. So they're like, "All right, and action. Where's the words?"
What are we doing?
But so I got kicked out of the band. And I was at a barbecue, and which is like, why did I include that? And yeah, I grill guys.
Good barbecue though.
Like how good was the barbecue? And this dude Ike was who I went to high school with, and I knew in school and shit. he was like, man, I've been making some beats. I'm like, play me these beats. And they were just sick beats, like just rap beats. And I was like, and the thing was, I hated hip hop songs that sampled like guitar based. You know how every rapper in Australia sampled that? Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling.
Oh,
sometimes-
yes,
Why the fuck did everyone do that? And it's like every
I ask myself that question every day.
every single one did it. Like it's like every rapper in Australia at some point just did that. And so I was excited because it was 808 heavy shit. Because Yeezus was hot on the street.
Yeah.
And Ike was trying to make Yeezus stuff. And I hadn't even really thought about rapping. I could do it because I like would rap along to songs.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me try some of this shit. And we ended up being in a duo for like 6 years.
It was a while. It
Yeah.
definitely was a while. So what yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
So what was the decision to sort of part ways?
That was our last ever show.
Wow.
True.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Was that in Melbourne?
That's at the Triffid.
Oh, it is the Triffid. Yeah. What a
Yeah.
great venue.
Yeah, that was sick.
Great venue.
Yeah, I think we were opening for 360, maybe.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a good show, man.
Yeah. So what was the decision to sort of part ways in terms of with that project?
So, I was working night shifts at a hotel.
Oh wow.
I was doing 11 p.m. till 8 a.m. 5 nights a week, which I tell you was a lot of fun.
yeah. You would have seen some weird stuff.
Dude, I was talking about this on another podcast recently. The people, this is killing the whole mood of your fucking podcast. Mood gets killed in 3, 2, 1. The amount of people that commit suicides at a hotel is fucking insane.
Oh wow.
And doing night shit, just had to deal with a lot of death, a lot of police reports.
No
It was
way.
Very draining stuff. But
That's
all
crazy.
good. And so I would make a Google Doc spreadsheet of all that, because I'm like, I don't want to work in this job. It's draining. It's very draining. And then this one girl drank a bottle of floor adhesive like 10 minutes after talking to me and walked into a job site, and the tradies found her. This was on a Friday. The tradies found her on a Monday getting eaten by ants. And then her family came in, tried to place blame on me, saying, what did you say to her? It's so out of character for her to just commit suicide after talking to you. And I was like, all right, I need to quit this job. And then
Get out of that environment, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and like just crazy shit. Man.
People are awesome, aren't they?
You're the best.
Dude.
That's why I don't do GA, man.
Get that artist pass.
And so I got this Google spreadsheet of all the artists in Australia that are doing something that I want to do. So it was like Tame Impala, Courtney Barnett, fucking everyone that's dope was on this list. Next to it, every person's manager, any management info I could get, every person's booking agent. We were later found out like this, like essentially eight people book every act in Australia.
Yeah, wow.
And but everyone has their own management. I sent out really personalized emails to every person's manager. Like, it's like, hi, manager name. I like what you did with this, in particular this. I want to emulate what you've done here, because I had all the time in the world to do it. And I sent 300 emails, 300 and something emails. I got 2 replies. One was from a dude called Harry Young, who I think manages Mole Rat.
Oh yeah.
And then another guy, Andrew Stone, who manages Lime Cordial. And Harry's like, I was actually talking to Harry today. He's like, I love your shit. I'm so fucking busy. I'm managing all these fucking people. I can't manage you, but I'm going to, help you out where I can.
Yeah.
And he since has. Good guy. And then Andrew Stone, was like, dude, I can't manage you because like Lime Cordial, and he manages Shepherd, and he manages the Griswolds and Deep Sea Arcade.
Oh wow.
A lot of cool indie projects. He's like, I don't do hip hop, but I love what you're doing. I love the Lane and Ike shit.
Yeah.
Let me link you up with a guy called Danny Duke, who's the guitarist in the Griswolds, but he just produced for No Name.
Okay.
You know No Name, the rapper from Chicago?
No, I'm not familiar.
She's dope. He produced a song on her album called Sunny Duet, which is my favorite track on that album as well. And I was like, oh, dude, like, that's sick. I fucking love No Name. And so I talked to Dan on the phone. Me and Ike fly down to Sydney. Dan picks us up, and we drive to the Central Coast. And we get this lake house and in a town called Gorican, I spent my last $30 shouting Dan and Ike and another guy called Jay pizza at this all-you-can-eat Pizza Hut, which is where dreams go to die. That place sucked. And we went back, and Dan was like, I've got this sample. I've got this cool sample. Let's chop it up. He loaded it up, and then about 6 hours later, we had a song called The Dash, like, completed. And I was like, oh, this is sick. So then I uploaded it to Triple J Unearthed. Nils Nielsen, who did all the Late Night videos, we shot a video for it. Got full out on Triple J, started trending on Spotify, and then and actually on this day, dude, I'll show
No
you.
way.
On this day, 3 years ago, it was number 4 on Spotify and viral chart.
You're kidding. Like on this very, very
On this
day.
very day.
True God.
This is why we got you on.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So yeah, and then so me and Ike are like popping.
Yeah.
We got like a hot song on the radio. Dude, they played this song twice on Australia Day this year on Triple J.
Really? Twice?
Twice.
Wow. That's awesome. Like, I mean, obviously, they don't do the countdown on Australia Day anymore. Hey?
No, they don't.
No. But still, twice on Australia Day. Let's go.
Right.
So, can you explain? This video clip here, man? Was this at the Lake House?
No, this is in the Gold Coast.
Ah.
This is at an Airbnb.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this video is sick.
Do you when you come into your visuals, do you already have an idea when you lay down the track? You already know sort of
Yeah.
visuals. So you're sort of like that guy that puts it all together at once.
Yeah. Everything's happening at once.
Nice. So what was the concept behind this? Obviously.
I wanted to make something that was like Tarantino.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
could vibe that for sure.
But yeah, people fucked with it.
Yeah, for sure.
It was the first song I ever put out that people liked.
So, I mean, back to you working in the studio. What is your process in terms of how you work? Do you have things that are sort of pre-written, like bars that are pre-written?
Nah.
Just straight off what you're feeling in the moment?
Yeah, I never pre-write anything.
That's great.
Everything, because and I have friends that do it, and when I hear their music, I go, that's written to something else.
Yeah.
And I can hear it with a lot of songs. I go, like, that doesn't match the mood of the production.
Yeah.
Like, it might be a cool bar. And do you know who does it so much? Who I'm a huge fan of, but the rapper The Game.
Yeah.
So much of his shit, I go, like, this production doesn't match the vocal.
Wow.
The vocal delivery, which I love his music, but like, it always really since like Documentary 2, that's really stood out to me in his music.
Wow.
And so yeah, I just try and go in fresh as fuck, and like, whatever ideas hit that day are hidden that day.
So yeah, we've been working with an artist called Maserati, and he's very similar to that, man. He can't, like, you can't send him beats and he like stew on it for like a couple of days and come in and have something pre-written.
Yeah.
Like, we actually have to make something in the moment.
Yeah.
And sort of vibe, and like we get the best out of him when we do that.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, that's really great that you actually have that ability to to turn it on whenever you need it, man.
I also struggle to capture the same energy twice.
Right.
So like, I can, even when I perform the song live, is a different energy to when it's recorded, because it's a bit more high octane.
Yeah.
But yeah, I very much struggle to come back into a song
Yeah.
and match the energy. Like with Sugary Sweet, the song was submitted to streaming, was like done, and I got a call from Dan, my production guy. He's like, dude, I reckon you could write a better second verse.
Yeah, wow.
I was in Melbourne Comedy Festival, and I had a flight, and I fucking wrote the verse, called a guy called Guy Cooper on the Gold Coast.
Yes, we know Guy.
You know Guy?
Yeah, he used to work with our manager Kane at SAE.
There you go.
Yeah, great guy. One of the best, actually.
Guy managed me for years.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
Guy managed Lane Harry Night Camp.
Oh, okay, nice.
sure.
Crazy,
I didn't know that.
crazy how
Yeah.
it all works out.
And so I called Guy, and I was like, dude, I need to, can you track me? I'll, give you money, whatever.
Yeah.
And I went there, and the song, and I don't know if they've fixed it now. If you look at Sugary Sweet on Apple Music and go to lyrics, the lyrics for the original upload are still there apparently.
Oh,
That's how like last minute it was.
Wow.
True.
And then, dude, I fucking the urgency of having to deliver this track fucking made me match that energy from the first.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, dude. It ended up being a great decision by Dan.
Yeah, wow.
The second verse of that is probably my favorite part of the track.
That's the same, man. I mean, you must have a really solid team with really good ears to call that out. Like,
Yeah, dude.
not many people will be like, change this on the day of or the day before.
Yeah.
Like, that's a big call, man.
Big call.
It's a huge call.
Man, I got really good people. Like the best people in the
Yeah.
game are around me right now.
Yeah. That's
I'm
awesome.
really grateful.
That's awesome. I mean, I feel like, like these days in terms of surviving as an artist, you just need a really, really solid team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've known artists who they mightn't necessarily have the best connections or the best outreach, but their team is just super solid.
Yeah.
That they just keep going up and up and up
Yeah.
in levels, and like that's really obviously really important.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Your team is just as important as the artist.
Yeah.
Because you could have the hottest artist in the world, and it doesn't matter if they don't have a good manager, a good agent.
Yeah.
Because if no one's looking after the artist, because a lot of artists are just artists, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they don't have like a business mind.
Mm.
Yeah.
You need a full team, and it's a machine. You need people doing their roles.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, do you find yourself like? Did you originally have like a business mind coming into the game?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I think I always.
I was gonna say you
yeah.
feel like you're a type of guy that sort of you know what you're going for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
where you're gonna be, and then obviously you've probably gone through and handpicked a lot of like management team, like touring agents to sort of
Yeah.
suit that as well.
Mm.
Was that a bit of a process to you?
Yeah, well, I used to be managed by my like closest friends,
Mm.
Yeah.
and then it just ended up being a really fucking dumb idea.
Yeah.
Because it turns out when your mates that don't work in the music industry
Yeah.
don't know shit about music,
Yeah.
and also don't know people in the industry,
Mm.
so
Yeah.
it just didn't end up working out. But now I got good people.
Yeah.
But there was a process of getting those people and fucking having to meet. Dude, I used to before I had a booking agent, I used to go to nightclubs where I knew that promoters and shit
Yeah.
would go, and I'd meet the promoters.
Yes.
That's how I got all my first gigs.
Yeah.
Was just doing shit like that. But now I've got, an agent. I don't need to go to a nightclub at fucking 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
To mingle.
I mean, well, you've already got that artist pass anyway, so.
Exactly. They're already there.
So man, coming into Saint Lane,
Yep.
obviously, you've parted ways with the duo that you were before.
Mm-hmm.
So when did this sort of start kicking off for you, man? Like, when were you like, okay, this is really driving now?
Oh, dude. So this is the first year for the Saint Lane project.
Ah, yes,
So which is pretty cool.
that's pretty big.
Like it's done an all right first year.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
great first year.
Yeah, and I wasn't sure about the name Saint Lane. Before Saint Lane, the working title it's pretty funny in hindsight. It was My Cousin Lane. That was my artist name, dude. So
My cousin Lane.
yeah,
Where did that come from?
I thought it would just be some funny shit to say. Like he's like, bro, my cousin Lane, and they're like, so like people will be more inclined to support it because they're like, oh, it's fucking Tanya's cousin.
But also, like, that'd be the best thing for the announcer to announce when you come on stage.
Yeah.
Announce on stage, my cousin Lane. Like,
Like radio people, like you're ringing this dude. You can't be playing your family all the time.
yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Man. So yeah, I didn't realize this was actually your first full year as Saint Lane.
Yep. Yes.
And I mean, you got the privilege to play obviously in South Korea, and we also saw you on the lineup for Sand Tunes, which would have been big,
Yeah.
but
got cancelled.
unfortunately we got cancelled.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
pairing
ridiculous.
next to Carly Rae Jepsen, I mean that's huge.
That's the
man.
whole reason I wanted to play.
I thought, I could see a collab happening in the
Bro,
works.
I'm
there.
trying to link that up.
No, but tell me, talk us about this, man. When you found out the news that obviously it was going to be cancelled, how did you feel?
Oh, dude, let me tell you how I felt.
Please air it all out.
I was in Coolangatta, Coolangatta,
Oh, yes.
South Gold Coast.
Great place.
I get a call from Cassie, my manager.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I-
Admin.
the girl that scans my emails.
Yeah, oh, yes, yes. of course.
And she called me up. She's like, "Hey." Also worth noting, this was the day after they fucking postponed my single release, and also the day after I lost a huge brand deal, which was like so much fucking money. And then
Damn it.
she's like, "Hey, now don't freak out, but Sand Tunes has been cancelled, and they're announcing it in 10 minutes. Just so you know, I'll call you before you saw it." And I was like, "Cool."
No.
What a fucking terrible oh, dude, I nearly threw my phone off a fucking bridge. I was like, dude, this just sucks. Because I was so amped for it.
Yeah.
I was so amped for it, man.
I mean, a hometown show
Hometown
for
show.
you would have
Yeah.
been huge. Like that's a big deal.
Man, I was so amped. I got a really cool outfit for it. I got to wear it the other fucking night. I had a show on the Gold Coast.
Oh, nice.
It was fun, but it wasn't the same. It wasn't Sand Tunes.
Yeah, of course.
Also, wasn't Sand Tunes money, ladies and gentlemen. Let me fucking tell you that.
There's a big step between.
There was a huge step between me opening for my friends at the local fucking pub and playing the biggest festival in the fucking Australian summer. That's cool.
Listen, this lineup. I mean, obviously, rest in peace, Juice WRLD.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
a shocking one. I mean, that alone would have been amazing to experience Juice WRLD, and obviously having Travis Scott and Logic a part of that lineup as well.
I'm one of these guys that just don't care for Logic at all.
Really?
You know how people love Logic?
Yeah,
like
true.
Logic.
I'm waiting to hear something. I'm like, oh, that's why.
Oh wow!
But I'm like that with a lot of artists. Like, I'll hear a song. There's a band called Men I Trust.
Oh, yes,
I've heard this stuff in passing. I'm like, I don't get why people love it. And then I heard one of the songs. I was like, oh,
I understand.
these guys are great.
yeah.
Had the same thing with Radiohead like 10 years ago. I was like, why are people obsessed over this band? And I'm like, oh, Kid A is a great album.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll happen with Logic. I just haven't. It hasn't happened to me yet. I haven't had some sort of revelation with it. But yeah, we got Logic, Juice WRLD, Kylie Rae Jepsen, Churches, Dean Lewis. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be real. I'm not too sure who Dean Lewis is.
He does that. How's it go? So, I know you love her, but it's over, mate.
Oh,
Don't know
yeah.
it's over.
I do know that song.
yeah.
So I thought Dean Lewis was Shawn Mendes till I was playing that show.
Shout out, Dean. Thanks.
Alice Ivy, she is that girl with the bowl cut on Triple J. She's got some cool songs.
Kwame.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I met him for the first time this year.
Yeah.
Cub Sport did a good cover of Ultralight Beam. Genesis Owusu, great performer. Kayit, dude, Kayit is the best person on earth.
Real.
Dude, my sister is like a huge fan. And I met her at a party. I was like, my sister's a huge fan. And do you know what she said instinctively? She's like, let's make a video. And me and her filmed a video of... I'll show.
Oh yeah. So she was like,
for my sister,
no
dude.
way. Actually, Jaden actually had that
I
experience.
did that experience with JID.
with JID.
Oh, dude,
yeah, bro. Dude was a legend.
that's fucking fire. Man,
Yeah, at Hidden Festival. That was a great time.
Hidden was a great time.
Bruh, like, this young lady, Kayit, I got nothing but good things to say about her.
She's had a great year as well, man. Like
Dude, she's fucking awesome. And she deserves all of her success.
Oh yeah.
I'm never gonna find this fucking video. It's in my camera. But like, she just made a video that's like, Ruby, thank you for supporting my music.
That's
like,
huge.
I'm,
She would have freaked out too.
Yeah, my sister thought it was
Yeah.
fucking awesome, bro.
No way.
And so I really appreciate. Shout out Kayit for that. That was fucking.
Actually, I mean, we've told the story that you got to do that video with JID. But can you tell her what happened afterwards? 'Cause I think that's the best thing.
All right, so we were playing Hidden.
Yeah.
So I was like to my sister, she was very hyped about the lineup, but she wasn't old enough to go. So I'm like, if there's one person that you can get a video from, who would it be? And she's like, all right, JRD. And I'm like, all right, sweet. So I just walked straight up to him and I was like, hey man, love your shit. Because I do, he's mad.
He's awesome.
He's unreal.
He's a great guy.
And I was like, my sisters couldn't come today, but I was just wondering if it's possible we can get a video for her. He's like, dude, give me your phone. Grab the phone.
Dude,
He's like, Ellie, why didn't you come on the fucking show? Blah, blah, blah. I'm here with your brother, blah, partying. I'm like, oh, dude, that's dope. Thank you, blah, blah, blah. Sent it to her. So she was at a friend's place and she like freaked the fuck out. Started crying, called my mum. And my mum like nearly had to go get her from her friends because he was like flipping out and stuff like that. And I was like, why are you freaking out like this? You don't need to be like
Bro,
that.
that sounds like me after I met Sonny Williams.
Mom! I got the bowl, but Mom!
So good.
But yeah, I mean, that show for you, man, yeah, it would have been massive.
It would have been fucking huge. Who else was playing that, Adam?
Sorry?
Who else was playing at that festival?
I mean, I don't think they announced anyone else, because there was more to be
Dude,
announced.
Sampa the
as well.
Great.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
TK?
TK.
Yeah, I toured with TK in 2013.
Yeah.
Damn.
She's still going pretty strong.
Let me tell
Yeah.
you, there was no one there because it was 2013. She didn't have any hits yet.
Oh, wow.
Her biggest song was a song called Brontosaurus, which was like, not like it was a good song and all, but it wasn't hot.
I know she had some good features, like on
Yeah.
like, was it Flume or was it What's Her Not?
She
It's-
like
yeah, I
she
think
could
it's like
sell
What's
she could
the
sell
Not, eh?
shit out now.
Yeah.
But like, dude, literally, I played a show at a Lumber Lounge in Brisbane
I guess.
to her.
Really?
Like, it was-
No.
That's still pretty dope.
I
You can
performed to her.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, I mean, that's all good.
I think the next song was Soul Bar and Sunshine Coast.
Mm.
And you won't believe it, I performed to her again. But I switched up the set list.
Oh, yeah, sweet.
That's what you call courtesy.
That's so good. So obviously having that show, and doing other things as well, man. What is probably one of the best shows that you've ever performed this year?
Dude, best show this year, man. I've played. Oh, bruh. When some chick grabbed my dick at Baker Boy, that was up there.
She's like, I mean, it's not like it's sort of like.
fondle.
No, she,
It's like a fondle.
this is moments before. She,
Oh, right.
She straight up, like,
Just
Like, yeah, she's. Yeah.
yeah, man, I got me too to my own shit.
Was it a polite,
No, it was aggressive.
almost a kick to a face or not?
Nah,
not that aggressive.
Nah, I like, shout out to that girl.
But did you drop any bars? Like, did you?
Nah,
You
didn't-
kept going.
Just kept
See,
going,
that's
man.
it.
It's
You just
just-
gotta
game
do-
face, poker
man,
face.
it's another day at the
Gotta
office.
So is this one of the best shows that you performed this year?
Yeah, that was up there. There's some cool shots from that. It's a pretty small crowd, but like people fucked with it.
Yeah.
Korea probably my favorite. Like like Ultra Korea was fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, aside from the Post Malone imposter.
Yeah.
No, but still, I mean, still, that's.
Oh, dude, you know what actually was the best shows? Okay, how could I forget? How rude of me to forget. I toured with Slum Sociable throughout Australia.
Oh yeah.
Every show was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, people love this band.
Yeah. And man, I'm gonna keep saying it, but another great year for those bands, man. It's like, I think it's for Australia as a whole. It's just been a really, really amazing year.
Yeah, it's
Putting
hot.
Australia like at the forefront
Putting them up,
of for music as well, man.
Yeah, dude.
I mean,
saw it.
I mean, I've said this so many times in the podcast, and I'm so sorry for everyone, but this is the last time I will mention
No,
it.
it won't
and
be.
I know
No,
it
it
won't.
won't be.
But what are your thoughts on like the whole 1-4, the drill movement? Like, were you sort of like, oh yeah, this is a cool thing, or is it sort of like, I'm not too sure if I can relate to this?
Oh, dude, I reckon anyone doing their own thing, and if it's authentic and it's true, nothing I love more. You know, I'm a Polynesian young man myself.
Yeah, of course.
Nothing I love more than seeing Polynesian dudes winning every time I see those numbers. Every time I see
You'll
that,
be on Poly Rappers soon.
Bruh.
That page.
They fucking better.
Oh, dude, we were looking at some of the numbers. They go
reach,
crazy.
bro.
Dude, there's some dude from fucking Queensland put out a hot track.
Wait, was it just like recently?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
his name starts with L.
Was it Kay Lisa?
No, it's like Luesi or some shit.
Oh.
Bro, this shit was stupid.
True.
Good. It was my favorite UK rapper is like Slow Tie.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm kind of into like alternative. I like Plan B.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Skepta's cool and shit, but I don't really listen to like Stormzy or anything like that.
True. Yeah.
So like, and obviously Australian grime is derivative of that sound.
Yes.
In terms of, you know, arrangement, structure,
Mm-hmm.
even just things in the production element like chords and melodies and flows. I went to music school, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you can tell.
You know. Yeah.
And I think 1-4, what they're doing is very cool.
Yeah.
And their manager, Howla Tukefu, is a friend of mine. He's a fucking great dude.
He'll be going through a bit at the moment for the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard about that, and that, you know, that fucking sucks for those guys, man. That really does suck, and I just hope that all that shit just gets sorted. Yeah, but man, like every time they put out a song, people are gonna check it out.
Yeah.
Even if people fucking hate it, they're still gonna check it out.
Yeah.
Same thing with what's that? Oh, he's fucking awesome. Chillin' It.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Oh.
He's got the
Beast.
number one trending video in the world in Australia right now.
Yeah. It's part of his new project. Hey,
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
I heard that track. I was like, that's fucking great. And this is I don't know if this is a controversial take. I don't know, but yeah, I felt like it was the first Chillin' It song that I felt wasn't derivative of UK.
Yeah.
I felt like it was, and then I saw in the comments because I like to see what people were in,
Yeah.
and people were calling him out for like that middle child flow shit that he did.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, like, you understand that all of his other music is like the flows are like UK songs,
Yeah.
and no one said shit about that.
Yeah.
And it's the once he like tries to expand and evolve
Yeah.
his sound, people were like shitting on it.
Yeah.
It's like, to me, I thought that was his best shit he's done.
100%.
And man, I got love for Chillin'. You know Husky, his
Yeah,
friend.
yeah,
Man, that
yeah.
dude was supporting my music fucking when I first came out, man.
Really?
Yeah.
True.
He
awesome.
stopped supporting it. I don't know what the fuck happened.
I think hard times. Hard times caught up with him.
Yeah, I granted he went to jail and all that.
Yeah.
But he really supported the Lane Harry Out Campbell stuff.
Yeah, wow.
And
True.
like back in the like he was like one of my first like fans.
Yeah, true.
Awesome.
It was so like I got heaps of love for Husky.
Yeah.
And I think everyone that's, around that circle, I think it is so much better. And again, controversial opinion alert, ladies and gentlemen. The next opinion might offend you.
I love these warnings. Can we actually sample that for like anything? Like, what's this? Oh yeah, there it is. There we go. There it is.
I think Chillin' It and this whole array of people that are essentially the children of Cursor are so much better than, and like, shout out to those guys for breaking the mold.
Yeah,
and you guys
yeah,
did
yeah,
so
yeah.
good. It is very nice, and I am eternally grateful for everything that you did. But
Yeah.
I feel like Chillin' It, Husky, Wombat,
Yeah.
Lil Snow, all those dudes, to me, just to me, maybe not to everyone, to me, just sound better than fucking Cursor and whoever is in that
Yeah.
thing. I just feel like the sound has evolved.
Yes, exactly.
Thanks to them being successful and breaking the mold. Thank you, Cursor. But yeah, it's the best it sounded.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
agree.
100%.
bro.
Australian hip hop right now
Is
is the
popping.
best it has ever sounded.
Ever. Literally.
Because of me. No.
Nah. It is because of you.
Nah, bro. I've been saying it. Like, I'm always a New Zealand hip hop artist. I live on the Gold Coast, but like, I'm born and raised in Auckland.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to be the hottest in New Zealand still.
Of course.
But I appreciate the love in Australia always.
Yeah.
But
But home is home.
home is home.
Yes.
But yeah, I love music in Australia, man. Like, look at my fucking hottest 100 votes here, man. We got you guys had Nerve on here.
Yeah, we did.
Bro.
Well, what a good dude,
Bro.
Great dude.
He's so nice.
And he
Dude.
like I was just talking about this before. He literally mixed and mastered Chillin' It album in 4 days.
Yeah.
4 days.
Beast.
He's a beast.
Like literally,
bro.
like Nerve is like, and he's still super young.
Yeah.
How old is he?
Like 19.
He's not
19, 20?
1920?
Yeah.
Was that,
No,
Adam, do you
he's
remember that,
not.
Adam?
Wow.
Yeah. He's very and
Young.
dude. He is tall.
Very, very
He is tall.
Yeah, because he was at I played a show with his friend Lauren. You know,
Oh yes, yeah.
yeah, she's cool.
Yeah, she's got
And-
cool bars actually.
Yeah, and he was there,
Nice.
and man, this dude, this is what I will say, and I'll go on the record and say it right now. Nerve in 2019 was the only dude who outdressed me at an event.
Oh my goodness
Dude,
me.
this dude was so fucking
You guys
fresh.
you've heard it. You have heard it.
Dude, I was mad. I was fucking mad. I was like, because I just thought he dressed like a fucking dude on a train or something
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I heard his music. And then I was wearing this pink velvet suit, bruh. She was fucking saucy. And I was feeling so good. It was fucking Compliment City when I was walking down the street, dude. And then this man, Nerve, pulls up in like this matching checkered but felt Western set. And I was like looking out, I was like, this motherfucker.
You are.
This dude is trying to.
Did it make you want to change clothes?
Didn't want to make me change clothes because that's conforming.
Yes,
But,
exactly.
dude, it upset me deeply.
Did you actually get time to tell him though?
I told him that he was well dressed.
Oh, okay. But it wasn't messing your steez. Like you kept it solid.
Thankfully, Kwame came in looking like shit.
We need a scapegoat, and unfortunately, it was him.
I could handle being second, but man, if I was third, are you kidding? No, like Kwame. I think Kwame from memory had like the turbo green Jordan 1s.
Oh yeah.
But then he was like Hellcat, like basketball shorts and like a singlet or some shit.
Typical Kwame.
He wasn't there to look good.
Yeah.
Shout at him, but I will go on the record and say I look better than him that one night.
There you go. There we go. I mean, at least, yeah, exactly. I mean, third is no.
Take your wins, folks.
I just picture you walking up to Nerv and like just pulling yourself like, "Hey, bro, hey,
Dude,
I don't know who you, if you know who I am, but
Yeah.
I'm usually the one who outdresses everyone. So
You're kind of fucking with my vibe right now, man.
can we switch clothes? No.
I wanted him to suck. Like I wanted him to be a shit guy because I was like, this motherfucker. Like,
Oh yeah, that's when that's really where all the diss tracks and stuff happening.
over clothes, yeah. And so I was like, man, like
For years to come.
fuck this dude. Man. And then he was like so nice.
Yeah.
And, like, we
I
talked
hate him
for
even more.
Fueled my anger. Yeah, bro, Nerv's a fucking G, man.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
a G.
bro.
Fucking
Good
G.
dude.
And I can't believe he's 20, man. When I was 20, I fucking sucked. So
You were in that band when you were 20, hey?
No, I was rapping.
Oh, you were rapping.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
terrible.
right. Yeah, no, 15 was the band. Oh, yeah.
One of my biggest fears is that my first raps leak. Like
Well, actually, Adam,
dude, I got career-ending music because it was so trash. Like literally, dude, I sucked until the other day. Like
it took you 52 flights. And that 53rd one that came out was like,
dude,
yeah,
my
I'm
shit
good now.
was trash until like legitimately 2018,
Wow.
last year.
The grind.
But I'll tell you what, I'm sure Sonny Bill Williams didn't get all these rings on
Exactly.
immediately. He had to train.
Yeah, exactly.
I took my losses. I feel like I'm in a good place musically right now.
Yeah, hard, man.
That's good, man.
I mean, yeah, as I said, been a big year for you, and obviously 2020. I know you've got some big plans coming up.
Yeah,
Is there
man.
anything in the works that you can tell us, or
Bruh.
we keeping this under wraps?
I'll tell you what, you're gonna hear a lot of singing.
Oh,
Yeah, bro.
are we talking about a little bit of a switch up?
Talking about switch up. Yeah, I like to constantly evolve my music,
Yeah.
but the next single is singing.
Yes, and actually, this was what I was going to get at. You have a new single coming out in early January.
January the 10th.
So, what can we expect? I mean, I know you've sent us this track,
Yep.
and I know you've said that we can play it. But I'm asking you again: Do you want to? Are we able to hear like a little snippet?
Yeah, play it.
Okay, sweet.
All right.
Tell me. I want to know what you honestly think.
Okay.
Because and I sing every part of the song.
So this is Hickeys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tequila on her lip, now she tipsy. Concealer in her whip for the hippies. I'm like, yes, I like sex in the city. In a backseat, windows all missing. Caught up in my complex, mind where my house is. Neighbors moving mountains, dollars by the thousand. I found my better house in. I found that shit astounding and I'm bout it on. This is all I'm asking, sober.
Yeah.
She keyed my car and said it's over. Yeah. I know your heart is broken. Yeah. And mine is too, you didn't notice.
Dude, wow! Literally, that's such a. I mean, we'll pull it back now. We'll pull it back. But man,
I want to
dude.
get high and listen to that song.
Yeah, literally, yeah. It's
Bro.
one of those songs like you put it on around like when you're going out, just before you're going out, like drinking and stuff like that.
It's like
got that vibe.
you're sitting down at Byron on the beach with
Yeah.
all your boys having a beer,
Totally, man.
passing around a joint, having a good time.
Dude. So
That's a vibe.
what
right
was
there,
the
bro.
what was the inspiration for that, man? Because
I just wanted to make some shit that I guess everyone can get around because like even though hip hop's like commercial and shit, I just want something that like, you know how Kanye did like the Jesus is King album?
Yeah.
And it's finally like the album that you can go to your auntie and be like, you won't believe what Kanye
That's literally what I did to my mom.
Mom, you can listen to it now.
Yeah. Kanye's great.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's Jesus, isn't it?
this is basically that.
Yeah.
So people that like my music, it's been quite explicit
Yeah.
up to this point, talking
Wow.
about all sorts of
Outlandish
shenanigans.
shit. Yeah.
Of course.
And then now there's a song that you can just go, this is this new Saint Lane record.
I tell you what, man, you have a really nice singing voice.
Oh, thank you,
bro.
dude. It took me a fucking it took some mountains to fucking move.
So obviously, I mean, do you have much of a singing background?
No.
Wow. So
Damn.
wow.
This is the
that's
first time I
crazy.
sung on a record.
How nervous were you coming into this track?
Oh, I wasn't nervous. I was like, man, it was like pressure to not suck. I was like, dude, I just gotta fucking nail this.
Yeah.
And take. The first I made 2 songs in this session. One of them is like a Tekashi 6ix9ine style song where I'm like screaming.
Yeah.
It'll be free soon.
Yeah. It was like just scream rap.
Nice.
My voice was all fucked up. And then Chunky Love is my
yes.
you know Chunky Love?
Yeah.
Dude, what a I want to kiss that man. He's such a good fucking guy. Man, I can't speak higher Chunky. And he just starts playing these chords and my voice is all fucked up. I'm like just saying it. And those are all like the first ideas, all those melodies, everything.
Wow.
True.
Like was just first attempt. And then I like the first attempt for the melody and the lyric and then we were like, dude, we just made a fucking song. Sent it to the label, being like, here's the next single. And then they're like, whoa, these lyrics are phenomenally offensive. And so I had to rewrite the song, and but using the same melodies, same, and that was what you heard then.
Dude.
That's unreal, bro.
That's and as I said, it's got that sort of summery party vibe.
Yeah,
man.
that's I just want to have some music that people can throw on at like the fucking beach.
Are you really excited for this one?
Yeah,
really hyped?
if anything, I'm more like curious to see how people react to it.
Yeah.
Because if people really if people really, really, really fuck with it, I'll make some more shit like that.
Oh wow.
Dope.
If people are like, this is trash, I'll just continue what I was already doing.
Yeah, and I think I reckon like that's a great thing as being an artist. You can sort of test the waters and it not really affect you completely because like you already have your other lane that you already have, but then there it is again. This the pun.
Pun
Jeez.
City.
What I mean, we shouldn't have got you on that. You can just go back to your rapping, or I mean, and then you could switch it up with like a live band arrangement, or I mean, there's so much things you could do, and just try different things, you know.
Yeah.
Like, have you felt that like that you don't want to be pigeoned, you know?
I just want to make anything.
Yeah.
And one of these things, I found it when I was at because I went to uni for music. I was in the Queensland Conservatorium of Music for bass.
Nice.
And I found that I was working with artists.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, play this arrangement, and they'll be like, it doesn't work. The chords don't work. I'm like, well, it does work because I've just played it.
Yeah.
And
I could tell you would have been a great student.
I'm like looking at this dude. I'm like literally playing it. He's like, yeah, but it's wrong. Like those chords, you can't put that chord in that chord. I was like,
Why not?
but you fucking can. And
I'm doing it in front of you.
yeah, but like people like really musical people.
Yeah.
I buy the book. It's almost mathematical.
Yeah.
With the approach where if I had a chord that didn't, was on a different octave or something, they would go like, this is not right.
Yeah.
And I fucking hated that. Getting being able to do something and me going, that sounds great, and then being like, nah. I was like, that, if anything, made me want to do it more.
Yeah.
The arrangements so hard.
Yeah. Change keys. I think a great example of a bass player who broke all the rules was Victor Wooten. I mean, he was one of the guys that just, I think he did a whole seminar being like, it's like, if I play this note here, it's like, does it necessarily mean that's in the wrong key? Because I could just start going off in another tangent and then end back at another key. Like, it's just like, I remember watching that and I was like, man, that changes all my perspective of music.
There's
like,
no
in that
rules.
instance. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, literally.
There's literally no rules with music.
Yeah.
And people keep being like, thinking that there's these invisible rules. The same way that my dog probably thinks there's no world outside of the house.
Yes, exactly.
Literally.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's like, dude, there's a whole fucking world.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you can go out there, you'll probably get killed. But my dog, go check it out.
Yeah. Get out there.
Yeah.
It just needs a little bit of a push out the door.
Yeah. And people are like that with music. People are like my dog. Where my dog knows its immediate surroundings. It's comfortable. My dog and dogs in general. Yeah, we're talking about dogs now.
How good are dogs?
Like, dogs sleep in a way like dogs sleep different to like how a wolf would sleep. Because like wolves go to sleep and like they know that like they could just get killed in their sleep because they're in the fucking wild.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
And dogs go to sleep on their fucking backs because they are so safe and comfortable. And that is the difference.
Yes, yeah.
Between, you know, like the session musicians who are great. They went to at the con and they can read. Dude, I'm so sick. I don't know if you can tell how fucking sick I am.
No, Jane's a little
I'm
bit sick
actually
too.
really
Yeah,
sorry.
Jane,
Holding it
let me
together,
tell
but
you,
I'm
dude.
It's just me and
fucking
Adam.
rude
We're
over
just trying to survive here.
Dude,
I've been struggling all day.
Yeah. I'm like crazy sick. Dude, you should have seen me like 2 days ago.
True.
Bruh, I had like food poisoning and this cold at the same time.
Bro.
And I had a show. I played a show. And I played this show. And there's a video on my fucking highlights on my Instagram of me doing a shoey on stage.
That would clear it all out.
Yeah, that'll get rid of it all for
Fucking
8
hell.
hours probably.
The
So
grossest thing I ever fucking did.
I was gonna say, back to you saying like artists and session musicians who have that mindset that, you know, music is very structured.
Yep.
Have you ever been in the studio where you're trying to work or collab with an artist that is like that? How do you sort of counteract that
Dude.
without sort of? I mean, I feel like you're a type of guy that will needs to say something in the moment, otherwise it's not gonna be the right vibe.
Yeah, no, I will tell a guy.
100%.
I'm like, my man.
Yeah.
But if say there was a guy who we were paying to be there and it's like we can't afford someone else,
Yeah.
let me tell you a little industry trick, kids.
Here we go.
You track the guy, tracking it in the chord structure that he wants, and then you just cut it up and rearrange it.
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Easy.
Yeah.
Foolproof.
So you'd be like, bro, play that, and now play it in that key.
Yeah.
Great job. We'll see you later.
Yeah.
And then just fucking play it.
That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, you're not really wasting money.
No wasting money.
Yeah.
He thinks he's done a great job, which is the main thing.
And then he's G'ing up his friends. He's like, yo, I did this part. It's gonna be sick. It sounds exactly like this.
Yeah.
No,
No.
completely different.
Yeah.
But he still played that part.
Yeah.
Still getting credited.
Yeah, he's still getting credit.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, but have you ever been in the studio environment? What's it been like for you? Sort of having to confront people, being like, listen, let's get rid of all those like structured ideas and just let's go with this. Like, has it been a challenge for you?
Oh man, me and my producer Dan, who I love dearly, fight every time we see each other. We're like Peter Griffin and the fucking chicken. me and this fucking dude. Like,
How good.
They're like, we fucking love each other, but then because there's like a generational gap between us.
Yeah.
And we also both like different kinds of music.
Yeah.
Which is why his production on my shit is so cool, because it's fucking wacky and bright and shit. Sometimes we just go like, fuck, dude, like he wants to make commercial music, which is so good because he wants me to make more money and play bigger shows.
Yeah.
And everything he's doing is obviously for me.
Yeah.
But then me, just the selfish, self-indulgent artist, is like, well, man.
Walking in the studio with your artist pass on.
Yeah. And I'm just like, I'm saying shit that just like, this guy doesn't want to hear at all. Like, I'm like, man, I don't care if this shit sells 0 copies. It's for the art. And he's like, like, why am I here? And I'm like, this is just like, oh man, I got a song called Daisies, which I was like, this is just the best song of all time. And no one agreed. And I was like, well, fuck you guys. It's the next single.
Wow.
And they're like, no, it's not, because the song is not good. And I'm like, this is my artist. Yeah, it wasn't good.
Yeah.
And sometimes as an artist, you got to step back from your shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really good advice.
Yeah,
Really,
dude.
really good verse.
I have a song called Pitbull Type Beat.
Yes, we were listening to it before. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that song was gonna be the biggest song in the world, and every person on my team was like, "This is not a great song. Like, this is like a throwaway track." And I was like, "No, this is the one. This is the one, folks." Bro, when this shit hits, everyone's gonna lose their fucking minds. I can see a sea of people saying, "Fucking last night I threw up in a swimming pool." Like, that's the lyric of the song. They're like, no, like this is not gonna be big.
Yeah.
And me, selfish, self-indulgent artist.
And I think that just comes back to that conversation that we had with your team.
Yeah,
I mean,
just
trusting your team.
Yeah.
Gotta trust the team, man.
But I mean, like, let's be honest, guys. Like, if you are a solo artist just in the world, like, I reckon you're still entitled to have your opinion.
Fuck yeah.
With 100%. A lot of things. If you're feeling that Pitbull. If you're feeling it up here, you got to get it out, you know. Like, and then
I love that song.
Yeah.
I think that song is sick, but apparently no one else did. But that's fine.
Yeah. Do you find that, like, obviously the industry is sort of like a weird machine where it's like things that pop off are like the real shitty, like just real shit, and then like the things that are so underground are like this where the best pool of music is. Like,
Yeah.
How do you see that, man?
I'm gonna kill the vibe on the podcast in 3, 2,
Bring it
1.
in.
I went out for some drinks with Nicole Miller and
nice.
Kilter, and I was saying, and I was fucked up, and I said, in the music industry, the highs are lower than the lows are lower than the highs are high.
Okay.
So the feeling of loss
Yeah.
is more prevalent than the feeling of winning,
Right.
to the point where even if you win, the scars of the previous loss are still there,
Wow.
and you're constantly in a cycle of trying to avoid losing.
Yeah.
But even when you win, it feels like a loss.
Bro.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Bro. What? Did you get that? Oh my goodness. Wow.
So yeah, there was that.
Dude, oh man, like I feel like you're definitely right, because obviously with being an artist, like you always want to try and strive for more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a search for more. It's a constant search for more. And even when you, dude, I went to this artist's house, an artist who I won't say because it was a personal an artist who's headlined Splendor in the Grass.
Wow.
And I was like, dude, you must be fucking stoked.
Mm.
Look, like we're in your house. And look at your house. You bought it off music, and you know you're so successful. And he's like, what? But like, I'm not like where I want to be.
Oh.
And I'm like, dude, you're where everyone wants to be.
Yeah.
You are literally one of, if not the biggest artist in Australia right now.
Yeah.
You are where everyone wants to be. He's like, no, but like, it's like, so you're telling me that if I just go out there and do everything you've done, I'm still going to feel like this?
Wow.
That's probably not worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly right.
But, oh man, it's just one of those things.
That's crazy.
I feel like, you know what? I feel like the industry needs like counselors, just music counselors.
Yeah, for
you know
real.
what I mean? Like just counselors that deal with the industry.
Yeah.
And then you're like at Sony or whatever. You're like, hey, I'm trying to get paid. They're like, why is my account like negative 50?
yeah.
Because we bought your fucking counseling. We've spent your whole advance on counseling.
Do you ever wonder like who's counseling the counselors?
Dude, I had this conversation actually recently. So I like know a counselor.
Yes.
I'm like, but do you talk to a counselor? And she's like, yeah, I talk to a counselor.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, is this just an eternal fucking domino?
Yeah. Where does it? Who's at the top? Like,
Who's the guy that's happy all the time?
He's just fucking bulletproof. He's just sitting there, he's like, hit me with it, bro. What else happened to you?
Bring him
great.
in.
oh, great.
Bring him in.
I know exactly what you need. This is exactly what you need. Do this here. You're all sweet.
Dude, fucking, everyone's fucked. This is another thing. Every single person in the world
Yeah.
is fucked.
Straight up.
Unless you, like, my friend is an Uber driver.
Is it the one that dropped you off here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Dude, he couldn't be more stoked about it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, surely that sucks. Like, because if I was an Uber driver, I wouldn't be an Uber driver for fucking long. It would be, I'd be Uber driving myself off the fucking cliff. And
Because I got depression.
I knew it would come in handy.
But he loves it, and he's so content with it.
Yeah.
He's having a fucking great time. So
Yeah,
dude,
Man,
shout out to him, man.
If you like Uber driving, you like Uber driving.
Exactly.
and I'm sure the wins and losses of Uber driving had
Yes.
nothing in comparison to the
the highs and lows in the music
like,
industry.
man, that 3-star really killed me.
Oh yeah, yeah, straight up. All right, I think in closing, I want to sort of bring up something because you caught an album over here that sort of caught your attention. Actually, Jaden, can you bring that over?
I'll grab it.
So, why did this catch your eye straight away?
This is my favorite Tupac record right here. Dude, this project is fucking sick.
Yeah. So, can you tell me how old were you when you first heard this?
Oh, I came into this late. I must have been like 15.
Oh, okay, right.
Because I remember everyone in... there was a dude I went to high school with called Amon, who was like really into NWA and shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
And he was like, man, you got to get into Tupac. Because I'm like, nah, dude, Lil Wayne is fucking way better than all these guys.
I was on that wave too, bro.
I was like, he's like, dude, have you heard fucking California Love? I was like, dude, have you heard The Drought too?
Have you heard Lollipop?
Yeah, bro.
And he was like, nah, listen to Tupac. So I listened to everything. Like, shout out LimeWire. And,
Yeah.
listened to fucking everything. Actually, it was Pirate Bay back then.
Yeah.
And that was the one where I like was like, oh shit. It's like what I was talking about with Logic.
Yeah.
Where I was like, I get it now.
Yes, of course.
I get it. This is why people love this guy so much.
Yeah.
I was like that with the fucking Beatles too. I remember I thought the Beatles were hell overrated.
Yeah.
Then I heard the fucking White Album. I'm like,
I understand.
I'm the fucking idiot.
Yeah. It's cool that you actually have those moments though. Like,
Yeah, dude.
when you finally, I think, for me, like J. Cole, I for a long time I thought he was really overrated.
Oh, really?
But then when I heard Forest Hill Drive, was that?
Yeah.
When I heard that, I was
That's
like,
so
okay,
good.
I get it.
That was exactly
I
me.
get it.
You got me into J. Cole.
Yeah. But that was obviously when it first came out, and then later on, I was talking to Jay, like, bro, have you heard of J. Cole? And he's like, nah, I don't.
I didn't really listen to or fuck with him that much. I went to his concert because all my friends were going.
Right.
Life changing.
Yeah. That's fucking...
And I'm now probably like one of the biggest J. Cole fans after that. Like, I'm really weird like that. If I see someone perform and they're really good, I fuck with them so much more.
That's a big fact because you share a moment with them.
100%, bro.
100%. And I feel like that's all you need. All you need is one song. And you know what? The one song that's coming out on January the 10th.
I fucking hope it's not coming out on June the 10th.
I was like, June.
Don't do that to him again, bro.
January 10th, was it?
It was meant to come out on November the 15th.
Oh.
And now it's coming out on January the 10th.
Okay. So maybe this could be the song, man.
Yeah.
This could be it.
It's a banger, bro.
It is such a good song. I mean,
so good.
Bro, it's been such a great conversation.
Dude, thank you for having me.
No.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, dude.
Battling the flu, driving here in the Uber.
Man, I wouldn't miss it for the world. Guys. and I hope I can come back.
Dude, I was actually going to say that. Like, we got to have you back.
Yeah. We'll do an update, see if I'm Uber driving.
So how's the Uber? You're like, it's actually not too bad.
Way better than music, man.
So, dude, one last question, man.
Yes.
And I've said this previously in the podcast, but I think you would give a great answer. To anyone who is sort of starting their career as an artist, what's the best advice that you can give them?
Do heroin.
And thank you guys so much for coming to the podcast this week. Thank you, St. Lane. Make sure you guys go and follow him on all social media. It's been a great time.
Would you like a serious answer?
Oh, yeah, of course.
All right, shit. Do heroin was a much better answer.
Yeah.
Shit, man. Like, so someone that's just starting out?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'll tell you what All Day said to me when I was first starting out. He's like, if the song doesn't take off, it's probably not that good. And I was like, that's terrible advice.
I think the two heroin was
Just everyone just stick to drug use. Because everything sounds good on drugs. No, but man, thank you so much for coming on the podcast, bro. It's been a pleasure. Make sure you
I
guys.
got advice.
Oh yes.
You're not fucking too cool or big to do shit for free.
Yo,
That's my advice.
That's big.
Yeah.
I reckon that's 100%.
That's because people are doing shit now. They're like, yeah, but am I getting paid?
Yeah.
You haven't built the repertoire to get paid, my man. I had to play so many free gigs. I did free fucking tours. I paid for my own flights and a con, bro.
Oh.
What?
In 2018.
Listen.
And dude, like, they didn't give me the fucking Kid Leroy treatment back then.
Yeah.
I was the kid before the kid. And they were fucking playing with me.
I tell you what, guys, just remember, like, that actually exists. We do have to pay for our flights and our own accommodation. It's not like a whole lavish lifestyle where, you know, they magically come to the on a plane and lift us out of the airplane.
Private jets flying to our houses to pick us up.
No.
Yeah.
We have to start somewhere.
Exactly. And everyone has to start somewhere. Unless you're fucking me. You just start right on top, son.
So, bro, as I said many times, thank you so much for coming on.
thank
Hope
you,
to
bro.
have you back
Yeah.
in the very short future. And yeah, man, Merry Christmas. Because
Yeah, Merry-
obviously, wait.
We're going to be...
We'll be in January. Sorry, guys. I hope you've had a great Christmas.
Adam can edit that one out.
Yeah, thanks. You can do that one. And
January 10th.
yeah, go vote for him.
Please vote for him.
Vote.
Hottest 100. Yes.
January 10th, new single.
January 10th, and go vote for him right now.
Yeah. Oh, dude, if I even made the hottest fucking 100, okay, if I make the hottest 100, I will blow a guy.
You've got that on record, you guys. Let's get those votes in.
I tell you what, we've it's a big
Jake wants to
podcast.
be that guy from the sound of it.
Yeah, literally, we've had exclusive music, exclusive announcements just then.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been probably one of the best podcasts I've been on, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, as I said, guys, go follow this guy on everything, all social media. Lane the Saint and on everything.
Laying the stain on everything.
And,
Fucking sweating.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's been a while.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, peace
Ladies, guys.
and have a good time. See you later.